Yes, I'm coming to you live, Facebook. Tonight, I am a concerned citizen of the United States of America. I'm coming to you as a sister, as a mother, as a friend, as an educator, as a business owner. We have 10 main issues that we currently are facing in the United States of America. And for some reason, I am totally oblivious to the fact of why this voting, this campaign, this presidency election is close. I want to talk a little bit about the things that I know we as a people are concerned about. And I guess for some reason, maybe I'm the only one to speak out about it. But tonight, I'm going to speak out. Number one, health care. What the American people have seen, in my opinion, and these are all my opinions, but what the American people have seen is there has been a lack of health care for majority of the citizens of the United States of America. So Obamacare came about to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to have health care, because people were being denied for not having insurance, or people were charged a lot of copay monies, or there were times when people filed insurance because they had it and they had monies left over that the insurance didn't cover. Now, I'm not going to say what my status is as far as insurance is concerned or as far as healthcare is concerned, but I know we all need it. And I know that the majority of the United States citizens going to get sick at some point in time. I'm not saying that it's even working the best that it should function, but to get rid of it when 22 million people have insurance, they didn't have it. That concerns me. So what are you trying to do? Kill us off? You trying to demise the American people? I don't know, but these are things that makes me think, how much do you really care about us as a nation? Now, I guess the next question is, who is America? Because if America entails the melting pot, which this country was founded on a long time ago. We wanted to bring resources from other areas, including resources from Black people, white people, Hispanic people, Japanese people, Indian people. We wanted to bring it all. Okay, so once it got here, whether the United States took it, whether it borrowed it, whatever the case may be, the creative ideas of all these people that are here, what in the world are we saying about illegal immigration? Okay. Yes, I agree. You should become an American citizen. But people came over here because it was the land of the free. Now, all of a sudden, which is a whole nother issue, you want to take away my individual liberty as a citizen and impart or dictate government control. This is not Germany. This is not the Nazi day. This is supposed to be America, which makes me question some of the friendships that I have that are standing for a man who says he will deport. Deport who? In all of the rallies that I've heard, he's talking about deporting everybody except, and I love everybody, so get me right when I say this, talking about deporting everybody except Caucasians? Really? How do you know your grandma, great grandma, won't black? How do you know that any of the things that happened back in 40, 50 years ago didn't happen to somebody in your family, which caused you to have an ounce of blood mixed? In my opinion, I think we all got a little bit of something in us, meaning I might be mixed Indian, Hispanic, Black, or African American, whatever your terminology is. And so you're going to deport my ancestors, not even knowing we might be kin. Just because we don't look alike don't mean we don't know everything that happened in history. So let's go with another issue. Weapons, gay marriage, abortion. So who should really decide what our rights are? Me as an individual or the government? Now, I know we have to have laws to keep things in control. I get that. But you're not going to stop and frisk me. Okay? I don't care what your name is, president or not president, because as a human being, I have a right to my personal space. So I'm very confused as to why, again, this election is close. You talking about discrimination and racism. From the social media perspective, I have heard the last 8 years a president be most disrespected in any way, form, or fashion that I've ever heard in my entire 40 years of life. Now, I'm not saying I agree with every single thing, because that's just human. You're not going to agree with everything, but you got to disrespect because they're not your color? Really? So America is that way still? I thought we grew. I thought we became more accepting, which we teach our kids in school, multicultural. I thought we became more accepting of diversity. I thought we became more accepting of, it doesn't matter who you are, we're going to love you because you're a person. That's what I thought. Maybe I'm confused. Am I in the United States or where am I? Then you're talking about equality between men and women. I have no problem with people who decide they want to be transgender or LGBT community, IQ. I get it. Okay. But this is my thing. It took us a long time to come up out of slavery. It took us a long time to come into the realm of freedom. I'm not saying take any rights away from anybody. If you're going to accommodate. But I'm going to tell you this right here. And I will make myself very plain. There is not going to be a man walking into the bathroom that my girls are using the bathroom in. America is going to cause great problems with that right there. I don't know who would pass it and who not going to pass it. And I know exactly who I voted for. But I think we need to take a second look at security and safety, because that's going to cause issues. No man will be going into the bathroom with my children of the opposite sex. Now, in order to fix this problem or this issue or this concern, as a concerned citizen of the United States, because I believe everybody should have their right, why not have a male bathroom, a female bathroom, and an other bathroom? Meaning whatever else you decide to call yourself, out of respect, just have a third bathroom. If the United States of America has so much money to have lotteries and all of these other extra things, create another bathroom to respect the other populations, just like you would respect male and female. Now, I have no problem with that, because at some point, we're not going to have anything as a standard anymore. What is the standard? We tell our children, go to school, get an education, make sure you make good grades. But question is, what are our kids being graded on? Okay, so they read a story and they have to process that story. They have to be able to identify who's the main character, what's the theme. Okay, I get all that. But at the end of the day, there's supposed to be a right answer. The way society is going now, there's not going to be any correct answers unless you go by the Bible. And then you have people bucking and squawking at that. Okay, so out of respect for all those who don't believe the Bible, I can only say what I personally believe. Okay, make it so it makes at least sense. At least make sense. If you honestly could say your wife was in a situation somewhere by herself and you loved your wife very dearly and your daughter very dearly, you mean to tell me you would respect a person of power just grabbing them wherever? Seriously? You cool with that? Because you never know when it may happen to you. That's what I'm trying to get everybody to see. You will never know when you're in a situation. See, right now, it seems so far away because we're talking about the White House. But what about when it's in your front yard? What about when people are coming in your face with it? What about when they're affecting your family? Then what are you going to say? And I want it to be in a situation where if I'm in America, it shouldn't matter whether I'm in Wisconsin, whether I'm in Texas, whether I'm in Florida, I'll still get the same respect as a person. Now, I do realize that people still have biases, but why take it back 50 years when we have progressed? Why digress? All I'm saying is the issues, healthcare, education, unemployment. People always want to talk about the negative, but they don't talk about the positive, how the unemployment numbers have decreased, They don't want to talk about how the numbers have decreased. Anything that was positive in the presidency of Barack Obama, people don't want to talk about that. They only want to talk about the bad part. But they also don't want to talk about that these were issues that were already there when this man became a president. There are issues, as I will say, President Donald Trump said, Hillary, you've been here 30 years and you ain't done nothing. Well, I can honestly say I watched this woman's life for 30, well, I can't say for 30 years, but I've been watching her long enough to say I've seen stuff that she's touched. Now, I'm not making her God because it's in God who I trust. Okay, so let's make that plain. But I will say, let's have wisdom as we go out to say, who will hear the heart of the people? If every time I see you on TV, all you doing is promoting yourself, it don't matter what color I am, you're not promoting my best interest. And I can't understand why the American people can't see that. This man don't care about nobody but himself. Because if he cared about us on the day that they were promoting their business, they would have been somewhere trying to get answers from our community. What do y'all need? What would you like to see change in your area? And I can honestly tell you, when Chelsea Clinton came to Greenville, she asked those questions. My mom is here representing education. Another thing, let's talk about environment and climate change. If we don't do something to save our environment, we don't do something to preserve our natural resources, we're going to have some serious issues. You want to talk about how the weather has begun to change and we're starting to have flooding. That's because our resources are becoming very limited. Everything affects something else. Okay, let's talk about obesity in America. That goes along with health care. You don't have proper health care, you can't get what you need to take care of yourself. We all need to take care of ourselves so that we could be in position to take care of our kids, to take care of our families. Foreign relations. I got a question. If a person don't know how to handle their business in a debate and keep calm, and you have to go overseas and communicate with somebody of a different culture, you don't know how to hold your temperament with America. How you hold your temperament with foreign relations, dealing with issues over there? Them people don't play. Okay, they will cut your head off. They will blow your spot, and they don't tolerate disrespect. Americans, we do. We kind of got a lot of patience with each other usually. But today, people are short. People are stressed out. And I want to have somebody in the presidency that has compassion. So we have talked about healthcare, education, unemployment, environment, climate change, obesity, foreign relations, illegal immigration, equality between men and women, and other, I don't know what the word is, but other populations. Discrimination and racism. That's a place I don't want to be. That's a place where I thought we graduated, but obviously not. It's becoming to the point where when you go to the polls, there is so much tension, so much rivalry, so much disrespect. And finally, individual liberty versus government control. Hillary Clinton did not say she's going to take people's guns. I have watched every debate. I have attended her rallies, some of them. I have also listened to Donald Trump. And I try to keep an open mind with both people so I can make a quality decision for my family, myself, my community, and my world. But as I listened, it made me very upset to hear that all three debates, Donald Trump had no answers. Every time there was a question, he would say, let Hillary go first. Then once she answered, he would piggyback off of her answer. Then America has been a disgrace, has been what he said the entire time. And it was not until the end of the debates, the polls and people started voting. He saw he started losing. And then he comes back with America is already great. He has degraded people and said on TV, live, if I go to New York and shoot and kill somebody in the middle of the street, y'all will still vote for me. He is calling us stupid. Why in the world would I vote somebody that is calling me dumb, illiterate, stupid, and all of that? He said, I love poor people. I love poor educated people. And I'm going to vote for you? I'm not poor. I don't care if I didn't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out. I am not undereducated because I go to school. I work 2 jobs as a mom. I would not be disrespected as a woman. And I'm raising my children and my sons to be gentlemen. So you're telling me to make you an example to how my son is supposed to treat a woman? I'm confused. There are several concerns as a United States citizen. I will not be deported to anywhere else. I was not born in Africa, so you can't take me back to somewhere I wasn't. I was born in the United States of America, a proud citizen of the United States of America. I have my children been born here in the United States of America. We are proud citizens. Yes, my vote is going for Hillary Clinton. And I hope that all those who are undecided, who are independent, who are, I don't know what to do, will think about where your future will be, not 5 years from now, not 4 years from now, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, the next day with Donald Trump as presidency. Now, I respect him as a man. I respect him as an individual. And I know I'm probably going to get a whole lot of comments on this. But I'm a human being. I'm not a monkey. I'm not to be disrespected. I'm not stupid. I came to the United States and a lot of people are coming over here. I was born here, but people are coming over here to enhance their lives. They're coming over here because there was such love shown because this country was built Christian based. Now we've gotten from the Christian way and we want to make America great again. Well, if you want to make America great again, go back to our forefathers who prayed. Go back to when prayer was in school. Go back to when the neighbor used to walk next door and give you some eggs. We used to share bills so we both could have cake and bread. There was a cheese man that came by your house to make sure that you had some cheese to go with the other man who bought you the sausage. Let's go back to agriculture when the farmers used to be rich in land. And yes, my granddaddy, my grandma, they were farmers. No, let me make that straight. Sharecroppers. Yes, they end up owning property that was taken from them. Let's go back to that when America was great. When people had so much respect for each other, there was a point that black nor white fought against each other. Rights were heard. People were respected. Let's go back to then. That's when America was great. That's when churches were respected for church. Let's go back to then. That's when America was great. America is not going to be great again until we acknowledge that Jesus is Lord and that God the Father is the one who created us all. Now, I know, everybody don't believe that. I respect that. But I'm going to tell you what the truth is, because on my network, on my show, on Whittling, we talk about what's real. My question to you is, can we become great again being stronger together? And the answer to that is yes. So my vote goes to Hillary Clinton. Because even though she might not be perfect in and of herself, whatever her issues are, they are. But as a person that has been in administration for the American people for 30 years, that shows you where her heart is. When Flint had their flood, I got a question, Donald Trump. Why you didn't donate your money to helping with the water problem? Why you didn't donate your money to helping America with their problems? Why you haven't released your tax returns to show how many charitable organizations you've given to? I don't think I seen you around here. But I'm going to tell you what I've experienced. I've been to the White House. I sat beside Kay Hagan when she was in office and had a personal conversation with her as she decided to move the Healthy Start program forward. I've been there where I had to personally ask people to vote for this Healthy Start memorandum so that people in my community, Greenville, Pitt County, Martin County, in the Triad area, could have education for their kids so that their children wouldn't have health disparities among minorities. Because our children were dying the most due to a lack of health, a lack of health care, a lack of education. I personally sat in the White House and talked to these people. So you cannot sit here and tell me that I don't know what I'm about. because I've been there and seen it for myself. Politics versus caring. Politics and money versus people. So my question to the two candidates, which I know the answer to one of them, is how much do you really love people? And if you didn't get a vote, if you didn't become the president, would you still care enough to help? And the reason why I say I know the answer to one is because I heard Hillary say, I would love to be your president, but if you do not vote for me, I'm still going to keep fighting just as hard. Now that takes heart to say. The other candidate was asked, if you don't win, will you concede? This candidate said he may possibly contest, or better yet, you'll be surprised. Why should we be surprised when the American people is trying to make a decision as to who is the best person to put our lives in the hands of? At this point, I have to say I put my hands in Jesus' hands. This election has totally got me shook as to what I thought the American people and us as a nation have become. As we become more we have more technology than ever. We could communicate across American lines without using a landline phone. Yet you tell me we have less love for each other? I'm done. I'm totally shocked. And as an American people, in order for us to be great again, we got to be stronger together first. Now, I'm not slapping nobody. I'm just saying, keeping it real. You all have a good night. Please go cast your vote. And if you don't have a ride, you send me an inbox and I'll make sure you get to that voting poll. If you have not registered, you make sure you hit that button at the bottom and inbox or comment me, and I'll make sure you get registered. But we cannot let America be demised. Talking about taxes. Joker, bye, you ain't paid none. So why you concerned about whether anybody taxes get raised or not? The middle class is the one who pumps in the most money to America. Because rich people are always trying to find a way out. Not saying don't be rich. But small business, I have a business. It's important to me. My education, I want to have a PhD. So, are you concerned about that? Probably not. Probably so. As an American people, we have an obligation. Do our homework. We have an obligation to hear not just what's being said, but to hear what's not being said. We also have an obligation to pay attention. Don't just hear, look, observe. When that last debate was over, who was down talking and hugging the people? And then who separated themselves? Now that speaks 1,000 words. You all be blessed. Pray and ask God for direction in this election, because this is serious. We're not trying to go back to guns and lynching, all that bull crap. The devil is a lie. I'm praying the grace of God upon our country. I'm praying that God give us wisdom. I'm praying that he show everybody the light to what the real answer is. It's not just words, y'all. You got to look at the action. This woman, about this email situation, she said, tell the American people, show the American people so they can see what's going on. Because she said, I ain't got nothing to hide. Now, you tell me, who gonna sit there and say, put my dirt out there because I know it's dirty? I don't think so. But you want to say she's a liar. And I've heard it said more than once. Other person said, can we get your taxes? And we still ain't got them. And you mean to tell me that this election is close? American people, wake up. One president-elect or nominee don't give a flip about you. All they trying to do is get their name out there so that their product can look good, so their business can look good. And if they lose, what did they gain? They gain publicity. If they win, They gained more power to do the dirt they were already doing. Yeah, I said it. As an American people, we need to wake up. Pray, people. Trust your gut. Because even if you don't pray, you get a little churning in your stomach that say, something don't feel right. Talk about the issues. Listen to what was said about the issues. How you going to come up with a plan after the debate? How we were disgraceful, stupid people before, during the debate. But then when it's time for us to vote, y'all are good people. Really? Wake up, y'all. Please wake up. I love all people. I have cousins that are Hispanic. I have nieces and nephews that are of other origin. I have white people in my family. I have no bias or prejudice to any other color. And you're telling me you're going to separate us because that's your opinion. Wake up, y'all. We got to do better. Please go vote. Not one person should not vote. Everybody should cast a vote for one or the other. But I hope it's in a positive direction. Because going backwards is going to be a setback to America. And we're going to lose as a nation. We can't afford to lose. You all have a blessed night.